So you're an anarchist.
Let him talk.
You're an anarchist because your current government doesn't serve you the way you want it to serve you, right? And I guarantee you that 90% of people agree with
you. Hey, buddy,
you.
you're on Gmod arguing about this stuff. No one cares, man.
Oh, we're not arguing, but also you clearly care because you're over here and you stopped what you were doing to come listen to what we're talking about.
Platinum, the thing is, I don't agree with my government too, but the thing is, I serve still the country.
You don't
at some point.
white.
I was a voluntary
I serve
as a voluntary firefighter, and I'm for the people, not for the fucking government, because I hate Olaf Scholz and the parties which we have, especially the Green Party which we have, are just disgusting.
So what we should transition our government, we can agree. When we can agree on the basic fact that our government should serve us, right? So how do we change the narrative from how do we take
prostitutes legal?
What they yapping about?
Amsterdam's thinking. So do you hear that whole thing about how Amsterdam's gonna collapse the entire strip where you can go get legal prostitution? And they're gonna make it one government-led building.
So like
these brothels will. This is like literally the Amsterdam's like the city of Amsterdam's like 10-year plan is essentially they're going to get rid of all prostitution. They're going to create this massive skyscraper where you can lease out rooms to where you could be a prostitute, and you'll just operate out in their government facility. It's so interesting.
That is
your government mandated girlfriend.
I know, right? Like how odd.
Yeah, I hate prostitution. I hate the idea of sex work, like in general. But like I feel like
it's the oldest job
it
in
makes
humankind.
it 10 times worse whenever it's like government regulated.
Sex work is the blue collar for women.
The thing is, in my country there is.
Can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can,
I
of
stand
course.
with you, sister.
I think that like I can see where you're coming from with not liking sex work, but if it's like legal through government or somehow.
So you're telling me that you're not from America?
It can be a lot
safer. No, I'm not from America.
Are you shocked by that?
Well, it's the reason why it's not safe right now is because with money in play and sex work that kind of like
expert
makes
hitman. I don't want to come with you.
How can I say it to make it
Mate, I don't want to kill you.
So
I don't have
the only reason why I'm against sex work is because it makes women.
Wanted to know where
how do I say this? It makes them.
It gives women undeserved power.
Yeah, undeserved power. It makes them rely on money to sell off their body, and it makes them a victim.
You're dumb. You're not a woman.
But I'd ask you,
what's
the difference?
No,
that's not how it works.
Here, hold on. Let me change it into something that does work. Let me change it into something that does work.
Shut up.
For example, for men, right? If you want to work in construction, you're going to be valued based off of the size of your body, how strong you are, things like that. It's the identical.
Women are valued off of their body.
We should listen to lazy men.
No, listen. Prostitution and sex work is based off low-income individuals, females. Like myself, not low income. Listen, I don't do prostitution.
It's okay. It's cool.
No, we're listening to you. You don't have to talk or yell.
Go ahead.
Listen.
I don't do prostitution. This isn't going to be a great argument.
I'm high out of my mind. Anyways, so they do it for themselves. A lot of women stop based off the like murder rates that increased back in the 80s and stuff. But they do it because that's like what they know. A lot of people grew up around it, so then they fall into that. But they're just making money. It's not for like the sex. It's literally to get paid. They can't get a job because so dirty.
They don't like it.
They're into drugs. They're into drugs, so they can't get a normal job because they're in. Can I finish?
Blue collar work for women.
God damn it! They can't get regular jobs because they're addiction, but it doesn't give them power.
So,
there's no power in that. That is so degrading to do.
Back to the argument that mattered is that the media is going to try to persuade you to think in different ways on topics that you don't really need to have an opinion on, just to gather your hate and to basically funnel you into this party system that you don't need to be a part of, right? So the things you should be thinking about are the things that they have the quietest, which are how do we remove the incentives for them to be corrupt, right? So first off, we need to change our tax code. We need to make it so they can't trade securities. Then
No
we need
more
to implement
taxes!
term limits. We need to implement term limits, and we
That's
need
what
to
I'm
add
talking
in
about.
another function of senators and things like that
I don't
for
pay my
them
taxes.
to be removed for office. We need to make it easier to impeach them. After that, we're good, and America would be a
IRS is on their
perfect
way.
system.
Hold
We'd
on.
be in
How
a perfect
about
system.
how about people just stop buying sex workers? Then we wouldn't need them. You
If we
know.
remove
It
the
wouldn't.
Supply and
incentives to be
demand,
corrupt, and to
supply and
not-
demand,
to
my
not
friend,
fight for what you
supply
said
and
you would.
demand.
The incentive to be
never
corrupt
going
is
to happen.
Supply
for
and
money.
demand, supply
Never
and
going to
demand.
happen. Talk
The
about who's
incentive,
pushing for
which is so
this?
they can
Can we
trade
talk about
securities
the
for
masterminds?
money.
in the world? It's never going
America.
to happen.
From them, they should
America.
only be able to make their salary while they're currently in
People
office.
will sell their bodies forever, man.
It would make
Isn't
it
it
Yeah.
something like the
Uh-huh.
average
And
net
people-
worth of a
People
congressman
will
like 10
people will
X's in
buy
their first
those
5
bodies
years?
forever, man. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
because
more,
there's
honestly.
always gonna be demand.
Dude, I think I'm gonna vote for Biden.
There's always gonna be
Congressperson or
demand, so
senator?
there's always got to be supply.
There's
Congressman,
always
same
demand
thing.
for
Congressmen and
pussy.
senators
Always.
are basically
Yep.
the same
Yep.
thing.
Go get some. Go get some bitches. Stop playing Gmod. Go get some bitches.
Not again.
Hey, this is
I'm
the
about
problem.
You know what I mean?
This is the problem. You're part
I'm
of the
gonna go on
problem.
vacation.
How am I part of the
She's a woman.
problem?
She's part
You're
of the
telling him to
problem.
go get some
But we need
bitches.
government.
Imagine
We need government.
We don't.
Don't
You
get
didn't
rid of
even
it.
hear what we were
Just make
saying
it
before
smaller.
that. You didn't hear
No,
what
he
we were
has to
saying
make-
before
When you
that.
remove
Making
the
it
incentives to
smaller.
be corrupt,
just-
when you remove the
You don't even know
incentives,
what we were
you make
saying
it so
before
they have
that.
to be philanthropic
Pulling your
in what
cock.
they pick
Pulling your
legislatively wise, then
You're pulling my
the
cock. I bet
system
you'd
will
like
fix
that.
itself. The system can fix
Yeah,
itself.
I
It
don't
has
want-
ways to fix
Unfortunately, I do
itself.
not have a
You just
penis.
have to
I don't know
make
what to
it-
tell
you have
you.
to make
I can
it
get a plastic
recessive.
one for you.
Oh,
You're
It's
making
okay,
it
I'll
sound
rub
like
your bald
the
ass
problem
head.
is just.
Oh, you like
giving
my bald head?
incentive to- yeah, the problem is
Incentives
corruption
matter.
Nice.
with
What
Wait,
colors?
as
Incentives
long-
matter. You take an
I'm
economics
gonna-
class, that's the first thing they teach you is that incentives matter.